Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena. In the last video, I'll be talking about my conditions from the pathology perspective. So it's been a while. I didn't have a chance to get back to my regular schedule just because life got busy. So I hope you're all doing well during this COVID-19 situations. I hope everyone stays safe and stay healthy. And so today I'll be talking about my autoimmune disease, and this is what I have for my conditions. And so I believe there's always a reason why to disease when it happened, like to each individual disease when it happened. And like how conventional medicine, they described autoimmune disease, it's idiopathy when it happened. Idiopathic means unknown. We don't know why it happened. It just happened. And sometimes they blame it on the genetics. And so actually, it's not genetics, it's epigenetics. So now we hear more and more people talk about epigenetics. So what is epigenetics? And this is what I have upon Google search. So, epigenetics is the organism that caused by modifications of the gene expressions rather than alternations of the gene code itself. Epigenetics literally means above or on top of the genetics. So it refers to external modifications to DNA that turns genes on or off. So these modifications do not change the DNA sequence, but instead it affects how cells read genes. Epigenetics changes alter the physical structure of the DNA, and it's about how our environment shape our DNAs and causes DNA to alter the change of the gene expressions. And so that's the definitions of the epigenetics. So that sounds like it has a lot to do with our diet, our environment, our water that we drink, air that we breathe in, and also our lifestyle. And so when we are receive a diagnose, that's the end stage of a pathology. And so a pathology has to be created by a system, a pathway, a mechanism over a long period of time. It will not happen overnight. It would not happen over weeks. It takes months. So that's what happened. So I do think my disease is the result of combinations of my diet and my lifestyle at the time. So first, let's just take a look of my diet at the time. And so I ate for the convenience. I ate mostly um, out. Out. I don't eat at home. I didn't have time to cook, and so I didn't have a lot of healthy food choice when you eat out. So food nowadays contain a GMO, which is contain herbicide, pesticide, and all that because you're not getting organic food when you order out. And so it might not be at a high level of GMO, but over a long period of time, it will accumulate it inside the body. And so that affects our digestive system. And at the time, I also consume high volume of alcohol that put more pressure on the liver and my kidneys. And also sleep deprived that also stressed my biological system further. And overwhelming workload created the stress, and that was the tipping point. And so that's how my disease manifests, and that's what I think it happened to me. So on the cellular level, um, we we wanted to know with a diagnosis or conditions, uh, what were the contributors? Was there inflammatory response? Was there chronic infection internally, or the nutrition deficiency over a long period of time? Or was it food toxicity? Or is it something wrong or damage to the gene? That's why it happened. And so my answer to all those questions that is yes. I think it's a combination of everything to lead to the pathology. And so when we want to look into, I want to go into further explain it better. I am referencing this cancer doctor. His name is Christian Gonzalez. And in his work, he said when there's a trauma and the gene, there's a change in the gene. This gene is the NR3C1, and the gene itself, through exposed to trauma, epigenetically, and the body respond, and it changes the gene expression. Then the body is no longer tolerate high level of cortisol over time. And so the cortisol is a hormone that released in the body, and this hormone is when we are in the stage of fight or flight. So this hormone will give us the power to do it. And so when it's too much in the body and too much stress in the body, than someone else who doesn't have the trauma that I have. So we know now that stress is a huge contributor to any disease, to our immune system, affecting our immune system, our biological aging, and our endocrine system. And so when our daily life results in high volume of stress, our physiology changes because we constantly on the stage fight or fight. And so the epinephrine or the norepinephrine, even the cortisol, they're all hyperactive. And so over time, the immune system gets exhausted. And so when the immune system is going down, that's when the infection takes place. So we're constantly stressed, and it's going to affect our sleep. And so now we also having problem with melatonin. And so that is how a disease manifests. So now that we know our body can heal itself, and so, but we also need to facilitate our body to help it heal faster, and so reverse the pathology. So for the last little while, about 11 months now, that I was on 16 ounces celery juice, empty stomach every day, in the morning, every morning. And I have never missed any day. It's been almost 11 months now. And so my conditions, it's well managed. I still have flare up, but they're very minimal. But it's not good enough. I would love to go into remission. So I'm taking this holistic approach. So hopefully it will get me to the other side. And so with anyone who have a condition who've been diagnosed with autoimmune disease, any disease, we do need to have a vision. We do need to set a goal. At the end of the day, it's what we want for our health. And so once we have the mindset that when we're shifting the signal in our brain, and that will help us heal faster. So next time I want to talk about what else I do to with my healing journey beside my celery juice. So once again, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. So I'll see you next time, and I'll be talking more about my healing journey. Thank you. Bye now.